Good evening, folks. I was working or thinking this evening on a video that I should do. And what I occurred to me was to do a video on a goal achievement because that's something I'm working on right now. I'm trying to finish my chapters 4 and 5. Also working on my jobs, getting a psychology job, and also trying to work on doing some coaching and mentoring on the side, as well as my Toastmasters. So, all in this process, because I want to be able to I want to achieve doing lectures next year, and also I want to do a TED Talk as well. So, part of this is I've broken things down into two things. Goal achievements is you need to ask yourself the question, what am I willing to compromise? And the second question would be, what am I willing not to compromise? And these are two important concepts when it comes to goal achievement. Because if you compromise on one thing, but I'm not willing to compromise on something else, that can lead you into a different paradigm, a different direction in life. So to give you an example of this is right now I'm not willing to compromise anything on financial things because I'm wanting to get this practice of coaching and mentoring up. So my goal right now is I absolutely flat out am willing not to compromise anything on expenses and on spending money. So in instance, I was somewhat tired today and somewhat I had to head back to the office. There were some issues at the office. So I had to head back, but instead of in my mind saying, well, I'll run through a drive through a McDonald's or a Wendy's, I said, no, I'm not willing to compromise on this. I will go back to the office, figure out what's going on, and then I will go get some gas in the vehicle and then go to Kroger's. So, and I fulfilled that. And when I'm willing not to compromise on something, that increases more empowerment on yourself. So, on the other hand, I'm willing to compromise on an issue on concerning I'm writing a journal article, professional journal article, and as I'm writing it, I'm working on a PowerPoint as well, and I'm having somebody look over it as well. And they said, well, don't want to do it during December, which is fine because December it's holidays, it's Christmas, so I'm willing to compromise on that because technically, when I think about it, this is not going to be for a conference until April of next year. So I'm willing to make that compromise on that because it's not something that needs to be done right away. But that goal will be achieved after the first of the year, sometime within the first of the year. But the goal is I'm willing to compromise on that. So these are things that you need to put in your mind. What am I willing to compromise on? What I'm not willing to compromise on? And then you move forward with that. I've seen people to make decisions and spend a lot of time just make that decision, make that willingness either to compromise or not compromise and move forward. A lot of times what will happen, folks, is people will not willing or willing to compromise for the sake of just getting something done. And in actuality, they should not compromise. But I can't. That's very subjective. It's kind of like a friend of mine told me the other day, "Well, you're not normal," and my comment was to them, "No, I'm not normal. I'm a bit out there. I'm a bit crazy." But then I asked them, "What is normal?" Even though I do believe that I'm a little bit out there and I'm a little bit, a little bit crazy, but that's part of me is who I am as a Sigma male, as a person that's somewhat outgoing but somewhat reserved too. So the point here, folks, is I'm willing to make those compromises. Another compromise I'm willing to make is that I'm right now in Toastmaster. My goal was, and it looks like I'm going to achieve that, to at least have levels 1, 2, and 3 done by the end of November. And my goal was to have that and then take December and to make sure I got chapters 4 and 5 completed and then move on from there. So those are things that I am willing to compromise on. But when I say that I'm compromising, I'm still following through with those goals because, like I said, they're in level 3 in Toastmasters, which is an excellent program, and I would recommend it to anyone. Is the fact that it is helping me improve my speaking ability. I've seen the vast improvements by doing this as well. But finally, what I want to add, and I'll end this, is when you want to achieve goals, the two questions you need to ask yourself, and you need to ask this, and you can't ask this into just your part of your mind. You have to meditate on this and think about this, and don't make a hasty decision. Is what am I willing to compromise, and what am I not willing to compromise? And if I'm not willing to compromise, I need to stand my ground. And then when you're willing to stand your ground, you'll see you move forward, and you also will not have regrets because of the fact that you have not compromised on your decision. Anyway, folks, these are just some food for thoughts, and look forward to talking to you with another video sometime over the weekend. Anyway, peace out.